comes the windup. The pitch is good. Ball is flying. Midfielder's taking it down the court. Libero Spiker spikes the ball. Rebounder in for the dunk. And it's good! Good!
YouTube, it's your boy, the Memphis XLR8, welcoming you back to the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days, we're dueling with a different deck every single day. Today, everybody, is day number 56 of the 100 Days Yu-Gi-Oh! Almost to the 60-day mark, and we're taking a look at good old Ultimate Athletes. It's been a while since we've taken a look at Ultimate Athletes, those ultimate warriors of the playing field. And we're going to be taking this deck out today, showing off the combos and the wombos, your what do's, your what not do's, showing off everything that UAs do, with a little bit of spice on the side. Going to attempt on the side to do some synchro plays with our UAs. We'll see how that goes. It's more of a side thing, but we got the ability to summon out all these synchro monsters, so we'll give it a shot. So with our deck here today, we're going to be showing it off thanks to Mr. Hardy Bro, who really wanted us to take a look at some Ultimate Athletes today. So let's get right into the action. If you want the whole deck list, it'll be at the end as always. But for now, we're going to head on into yugioh Pro, show off what this baby can do. Alright, everybody, our first opponent of the day in another card game. Our deck can go first or second, but I prefer to go first to get things started. But we'll see where it's going to go. So we'll see what sort of hand we're going to get. Certainly an interesting hand. I mean, I've got my Dreadnought Dunker, which is nice. This is basically the UA's boss monster, because he has pierce damage, and when he does damage, he can just start popping my opponent's cards. So what is our opponent doing? We don't yet know. I actually already have two of my tuners, which is funny. Because this deck, I was searching for things I could do different with it, and I was like, okay, why not put some synchros? We did like the Xyz FAs, so why not synchro UAs? Why the heck not? But let's go ahead and bounce our Libero Spiker. Pretty much our main combo starter, that dude, but I need the field spells to make him work. But I got my Dreadnought Dunkies. Let's go ahead and Dreadnought Dunky on this guy's life points. So, yep, we're going to do some damage to my opponent. Dreadnought Dunker, as I said, every time he does damage, pops a card. So this is a Red Eyes deck of some variety. They didn't really register at all, considering he didn't do anything. Red Eyes have a lot of powerful combos they can do. So I was really surprised he didn't do anything. Okay, so you're going to attack me with a baby. It's the worst daycare I've ever seen. Anyway, let's see. Destroy by battle. However, Dreadnought Dunky will destroy himself because I misclicked out. I thought I could pop him in the same instance, but it's okay. Alright, I lose Dreadnought Dunker, but that's just not a huge problem or anything. That's not an issue at all. So this is going to summon a Red Eyes from the deck. 27. Yeah, I mean, we're going to destroy Dreadnought anyway, but yeah, it's what it is. I'll take a little bit of damage. It's not a big issue. All I really need is like my field spells, and I'll be a-okay. Okay, perfect ace. Let me think about that. I don't really have exactly what I want right now, but I have something I can do. We're going to summon Libero Spiker, and we're going to end our turn. Like I said, Libero, with how UAs work, most of them are high level. You need the low levels to do it, but the Spiker is the best one. Because during my opponent's main phase, I can shuffle my high level dude to my hand, which is my good old perfect ace. I get him under the deck, and then bounce back Spiker, summon a UA from the deck with a different name. This is going to be really good here. Let's see. So you got yourself something. Actually, we don't know yet what he's getting. He's probably getting like Red Eyes Fusion. Yeah, probably should have expected as such. But we'll see where this is going to go. Let's go ahead and use Spiker here. Like I said, bouncing perfect ace back into the deck. And we're going to summon out our playing manager, who's kind of also our boss monster, because when he gets summoned out, I can either negate the effects of all my opponent's monsters at the end of the turn, or target and destroy a card on the field. So depending on what exactly he's fusion summoning, which Let's be real. It's probably gonna be Dragoon. Or not. It's actually gonna be the other dude. Okay, that works for me. So we'll summon out Meteor Comet Black Dragon. Pretty beefy dude. But let's go ahead and destroy that so my opponent doesn't get to, like, beat over me with everything. So that'll be good. I think I still take some burn. Yeah, I still take some burn. Not a big problem. Not a problem. So long as I can eventually get into my bloody field spell. Either field spell would be good here. You know, either one will work just fine for me. You know, I could actually, let me think. Yeah, either one would be good here. That could also be potentially good. So we're going to summon out Libero Spiker. And like I said, this is a synchro summoning deck. I can do this. So, unfortunately, I have United We Stand, though. So I can't get, like, a search off of my Power Tool Dragon. But that is essentially what Power Tool's in here for, is to search out my Power Jersey. But this way, I can do a little synchro action on the side. And while it's not terribly original, let's go ahead into our Crystal Wing Synchro Durgan. Get a little Durgan action on the side, and let's beat over this dragon. My dragon's bigger. So we'll destroy the Raz Black Dragon. Alright. Oh yeah, my monster's gonna get bigger because you're a high-level dragon. That's right. Ooh. Very cool. Alright. So we're back into the action. Yeah, I made a little misplay there, but, you know, every sports game, who doesn't get hit with a flag every once in a while? The best players get hit with the flag, man. That's just what happens. So we're up against the Black Stone of Legend. I don't think I want you to do that. I don't think I want you to have free stuff. No, I know how powerful Red Eyes can be. I know that if I allow that, you will do stuff. So, there you go. Game, match, and point. So, first duel goes to us, and you get an idea of what we're trying to do. And that was on the slow side, mind you. It was on the slow side. We didn't even have the home field advantage. We didn't get our field spells in that duel. Yet we were still able to come on top. Now, granted, it was a Red Eyes deck that didn't have, like, all the combos go off at once, but that's okay. You get an idea of what our deck's trying to do. UAs and some synchros on the side. So let's go for duel number 2. Show them more that this baby can do. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. But this time I like to see them dying field spells. Kind of important. Okay, we got our field spells and a monster we can summon. Perfect. Alright, we're going to start off with our Foolish Burial Goods. Very important card because I can send Penalty Box to the grave. Which is a nice trap in of itself, but Penalty Box's real value is it lets me search out my field spells. Well, let's get any UA field spell I like. So we're going to activate our first spell, which is our Hyper Stadium. Very important because when it's activated, I can get myself a monster. We're going to get our midfielder. Now we got both of our starting lineup monsters. But before we do anything else, Stadium's effect. I'm going to go ahead and remove myself 1,000 life points, reveal a field spell, and I get 2 summons. And before anything else, we'll activate the original Stadium card. And now I get 2 normal summons and 2 searches. Because every time I normal summon while this is on the board, I get to search out a UA monster. In this case, I'll get my player manager, so I have some little bit of interrupt on my opponent next turn. We'll normal summon our midfielder. Very good. This is going to go ahead and search me another card. I'm thinking of where I want to go with this one, because there's stuff I can do here. Because I'm tempted to just leave both these on the board at the same time, but I'm not, if that makes sense. I could just get Block Backer. Block Backer, Black Attack, Back Attacker, what do you call it? Black Attacker, I don't know what I'm talking about there, but I'm just spoiled for choice, to be honest. I think I'm just going to leave these guys on the board for a turn. I don't see a big issue, because I can bounce back Spiker, get my perfect ace. I'll have a negate on my opponent. I think that'll work just fine. Let's see. Nah, I think I'm good. I think that'll be just fine. So let's see what my opponent can do. Earth's Arctic. Or not Earth's Arctic, that's Drytron. I thought it was Earth's Arctic. It looks similar to the field spell, but no, this is a Drytron deck, which I'm not a huge fan of, but we'll see where this is gonna go. I mean, it could mean a lot of things, man. But let's go ahead and use... Let's see, what's it doing? Summon a Drytron from the deck. Okay. Let's use our... Not yet. Oh, this is going to be a tricky one. I only have so many things to stop Drytrons. I mean, I can summon out my perfect ace, which will also get me player manager on the board. I'm just trying to think of how this is going to work out. Okay, Okay, let's attempt something here. Let's use our Libero Spiker. We'll put Blockbacker back into the deck, and we're going to summon out our Perfect Ace. So that way I'll have a negate on my opponent. My monsters will get a little bit stronger. He'll activate something. What is this going to do? Monster summoned. Reduce that monster's level by 1. Okay, that's irrelevant to me. I don't care about my levels that much. Funnily to say, considering this is, you know, a Synchro deck at some level, we'll summon out our player manager. I'll gain some attack points, and let's go ahead and destroy... Wait, does this do anything else? I can't negate his ritual spells. I see. I guess I'll destroy Thuban. I guess. Oh, wait, no. I should have destroyed his field spell. Oh. That's okay. I will activate Call by the Grave. Let's see. What is this doing? Tribute to Drytron. Summon this card from the grave. Yeah, let's negate Thuban, I guess. But yeah, I should have destroyed his Fafnir. I'm dumb. I am extremely dumb and stupid. Alright, get your triple tactical thrust off. That's fine. Because I just negate whatever he searches out with this. I imagine it's going to be triple tactics. Which is the thing I was thinking about in this deck. Because, like, you know, why the heck not? But then I was like, I don't need it. I don't need triple tactical talents or triple tactical nothings. Alright, now this is going to be interesting. He's going to get the Cyber spell, which I could negate, but he will literally just get it back, so there's no point in doing so. Let's see here. Thing is, I could bounce... If something happens to manager, I can at least bounce that if need be. Because that's what midfielder allows you to do. You can just bounce one of your UAs and summon a different one from the hand. Alright, Zeta the Hada. And then this will add a ritual spell if you need a darn thing. But yeah, I really should have just... I should have gotten rid of Fafnir when I had the chance. Let's see... I guess I'll go ahead and attempt to do something here. We'll stop his Gamma. And we'll see what else he's got. He still has more of these darn things. And he still has the ritual spell and everything. Alright. But my opponent surrenders because we outdid his plays. But yeah, there you go. That's UAs right there. We outplayed him. We had the whole playbook from the beginning. You know, I was able to just get through them lines. I scored them touchdowns and get them goals. I kicked the goalie in the shin. That's what we needed to do to win. So we were able to out the Drytron. I thought I was screwed because I didn't destroy Fafnir when I had the chance, but that actually worked out amazingly well, you know? Just a couple little things to interrupt my opponent, and that's all I really needed. So good for us for second duel, and you get a better idea. That's what UAs at their core do. You know, we summon out our players, we interrupt our opponent by just, you know, running some defense, and then we just go for the offense. And that's what we were going to do. I have Power Jersey. It was going to make my monster do so much damage. So let's go ahead for duel number 3. Keep it going. We got time for one more duel today. We're trying to keep it a little shorter today. Let's go ahead for duel number 3 and finish up strong. Alrighty, time for the third opponent, everybody. The fighting third. The last chance at romance. The final inning. The fourth quarter, even though it's the third duel. All that good stuff. So what do we have for a hand? I don't know about that one. We got all my high levels and none of my low levels, which I kind of need. So we'll see where this is gonna go. We're up against some kind of a Durgan deck, which could be good or bad, although if he makes... what's it called? If he makes Dragon Lord, that could be a problem. Because that's like triple Omni Negation. I don't know if I can play through triple Omni Negation. But I guess we'll find out in a minute. Starly Seyfrey. Yeah, potentially. You say monsters from base on the field. Okay, so he is going to get himself another monster. He's going to get his light dragon. Okay, he's definitely going to go for Dragon Lord. That's not great. Not exactly what I wanted to see. Kind of wish that this was my Imperm or whatever. Wait, did I take off the Imperms? I forget. Either way, my opponent's going to be doing his fusion summon. That's not great. He's going to summon out Durgan Lord. So that's triple Omni Negate. Granted, it works on him too, which is good, but it's also bad. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We'll set ourselves a card. And we're going to activate our UA Signing Deal spell. This is automatic, so I can easily just cheat that out. Doesn't really matter what he wants to do. He's negating himself regardless. And we'll see where this goes from here. Because, like I said, Light and Darkness is automatic, so he has to do stuff. Let's see. It is once per chain, too, so... Depending on how smart he is, okay, he's smarter enough to do that. Cool. Yeah, I don't think I can do punishment and, like, still ditch and tis. If I could, I would. Let me think about this. Should I just use this? Let's see how this works. Okay, he will automatically get the negate. That's fine. It's fine. Let's see. Aha! I got a monster. Now, granted, if I destroy this, it'll just bring out a monster, but it's whatever. So at this point, it's like, whatever. Gotta do something. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. Let's bounce Spiker for Slugger. Good old Sluggy. So let's go ahead and use Slugger and beat over my opponent's monster. Because he won't be able to do anything until after damage count, meaning his dragon gets him a whole bunch of nothings. Very good. All right, so now that that's been settled here, let's return Slugger to the hand, summon Libero Spiker back to the board, and we'll see where this goes. It's going to be a bit touch and go. Little touchy-go-y at this point. But I have outed the Dragon Lord. I kind of doubt he has another one, but I could be very mistaken. We shall see. What's this doing again? Adding dragon back. Okay. Add back a dragon. Abadoo-badoo-badaboo. Alright, then branded regained. Yep, he's going to go ahead and draw himself another card, as one does. And we'll see where this is going to go. I mean, if he activates this to fuse, that could be a problem. But we'll find out. So let's go ahead and use... Lordy, I wish I had a manager in my hand right now. That would have been so much better. But let's use Libero Spiker regardless. We'll use this dude's effect. No! In perm! Red card! That's cheating. You can't do that. You can't negate him. What are you negating him for? Well, that is an unfortunate state of affairs. That is unfortunate indeed. Well, I know I said I wanted this to be quick, but at the same time, now, yeah, we've lost this duel, unfortunately. Big dragons on the board. Too many players on the field. Illegal maneuver. That's what I'm saying here. So, you know what? Let's actually... I mentioned the fourth quarter. Let's go for one more. I know I want these to be quicker. But at the same time, that was relatively quick. So, let's go for one more attempt, everybody. Nothing wrong with that. We're going for one more duel. And let's pick ourselves up. Let's get them fields on the board. Let's hit our opponent hard. Alright, everybody. It's time for the fourth duel. It's overtime, crunch time, everybody. And let's see, our opening hand's a little iffy. But for the life of me, I have no idea what my... Okay, they're playing Harpies. I was about to say I don't know what this is because of Watch Cat. Summon this card, banish this card, set a continuous spell. Oh, this is for getting what was the card called again? Darn it! It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. That continuous spell of his. Literally on the tip of my tongue. Okay, so we're up against Harpies. That's the most important thing right now. We're up against Harpy ladies. Ladies of Harpies, as one does. And so far it looks pretty standardized. Nothing too crazy. The Oracle's a nice touch, I suppose. Because that will get him back his Elegant Egotist in the end phase. That's something. Okay. What was that card called? I know the card. It's the one that if he activates it, he gets Egotist. If it's destroyed, he gets 3 cards. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, makes perfect sense. Because he's trying to pop his card during my turn. Hysteric Sign. I completely lost that one for some reason. Very clever, little bro. Very clever. Because he's definitely going to add Harpy's Feather Storm. which normally would be a really, really bad thing for me. And it is for pretty much anybody who uses monster effects. But I think I can make that work to a greater or lesser extent. The only issue right now is that Tornado Dragon has the quick effect to pop my back row and stuff. So that's not ideal by any standard. But we'll see where this is going to go. So let's go ahead and set ourselves some penalty boxes. Or I can set them both. Because I can banish... let's see. Yeah, I can banish them both, get more field spells. So I'm going to do that. And unfortunately, yeah, I have nothing else I can play. So we'll see where this is going to go. I mean, Tornado Dragon is on the board. He has the ability to pop my back row, but that's exactly what I want him to do. Yes, you foolish fool. You have allowed me to destroy your everything now. I won't be able to extra deck and stuff, but I really don't care. So let's pop his monster. We're going to ditch... God. We'll ditch Intis just so I can destroy everything he's got. I don't think it'll matter too much, but, you know, might as well give it a shot. So what else is activating? Oh, yeah. UA penalty box. Followed by UA penalty box. We'll just banish them all. Let's go ahead and get our Hyper Stadium, so we have that. And what else do I want to get? I literally have... I guess I'll get Signing Deal just in case I need it. It's not the ideal spell, especially in this particular build where I can't use the things I summon it with it for synchros and exceeds. So you'd think I wouldn't play this card at all, but in this case where I have nothing, I kind of need this card. I kind of need it. Now, what can my opponent do this time? More Parfum. Probably should have expected as much, but there you go, more Parfum. More Parfum. Get more Elegant Egotist. Get more Harpies upon board. Comrade. I don't know why, why am I going Russian? I don't know. I'm Russian here. I'm trying to rush my plays and get the things on the board. Because next turn, oh baby, I got my stadium. That'll be great. Let me think here. Yes. So what I'm going to do, here's how it's going to run down. Depending on what we draw, of course. But we'll activate stadium. That will get me my midfielder. And then I can use Signing Deal to get out Libero Spiker. Bounce one. Get the other out. I'll get a bunch of normal summons. Now you will make Phantasmal Dragon. Interesting choice. Because I can't target this with stuff. But luckily, Manager does not target anybody. So I'm good in that respect. Alright, now it's our turn. Nice. Well, very nice indeed. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Activate our Hyper Stadium. This will get me my Libero Spiker. That will be good for that. Then, we'll activate our Hyper Stadium, revealing our stadium here. That way, I get myself double normal summons. We'll activate... thinking here... Yeah, activate our Signing Deal. That way I can get out midfielder. Very good. I'll take a little bit of damage doing this, but that's totally fine. We'll activate our UA Stadium. We're going to go ahead and bounce midfielder. Get out our boy here. And that'll go ahead and we'll get some attack points and all that good stuff. More importantly, let's get Manager on the board. Because this will negate his Phantasm Dragon so I can punch it in the face. Punch it in the face. Gonna send space. Gonna do the thing. And then we're going to go ahead and normal summon our midfielder as we do. And then I got to go ahead and get Dreadnought Donkey. Because again, he's my best monster. Now granted, I don't want to destroy his Hysteric sign because I'm not 100% certain if I have lethal damage. But I think I have lethal damage. I have a feeling because I've got my United We Stand. Our team stands together. This is why I don't pay attention to teammates on any team. Because it's all about the team itself, not the players. But we have our power jersey, and this will double the... Oh. He surrendered. I mean, that was an OTK, but he surrendered. Darn it, Harpy man, I thought you were my brother from another mother. How could you do this to me? All right, but basically I had game. Because here's how the power jersey is. You know, 1,000 attack and defense. It deals double damage, and it can make a second attack during the battle phase. So Dreadnought Donkey's a 5,900 point beat stick that pops cards when he battles, attacks twice, doubles battle damage, That was an OTK. It's just my opponent wouldn't let me do the damage, regrettably, but that's what you call a major foul. You get all the you get all the flags in the world, all the red cards, all the stuff. So let's go ahead for the end screen. We'll talk more about this deck, folks. We've shown off most of what we would like to do. We didn't get the synchros much, but that's okay. We'll go for the end screen and talk more about that part. Alright, everybody, so our Ultimate Athlete Synchro deck. We won ourselves 3 out of 4 duels, a very respectable season, if I do say so myself. UAs might be old, but they still pack a bit of a punch to them. You know, Manager really helps out with just stopping my opponent's annoying cards, and thankfully, thanks to having Libero Spiker and a bunch of high-level monsters, it's easy to turbo out the things we need from our deck. And you get the field spells, the deck even goes harder. So we got to show off a good chunk of what this deck wants to do with this here thing. You know, we got to do our Manager. We got to summon out a bunch of big monsters. Dreadnought Donkey, he got to do his thing. We didn't get to Synchro quite as much, but like I said, that was more of a, I'll admit, that was more of a last minute thing. I was thinking, like, what can I add to UAs? But we got to show off a little bit of that, man. We got the Synchro summon. There's other Synchros I can make. I mean, I've got the tuners for it. It just didn't happen as often as I would have, you know, been interested in. Maybe if I included a couple more tuners. Who needs D-Shifter, am I right? Who needs this guy? I shouldn't have thrown this thing in. Should have had more tuners. That's my bad. But regardless, that'll be for next season of sports, not the 100 days, because it's the last one. But for next season of the UAs, we're going to definitely have less shifter, more tuners. Because I think that there's a lot of, like, potential there for just doing stuff. So, thank you everybody for watching today's episode. If you did like it, don't forget to smack the like button and subscribe to help the channel keep growing, because we're 100 done. We're like 95 subscribers away to 1,000. So, let's keep it going. So, here's the deck. Take it out and enjoy yourselves. So, for the main deck, we play 3 copies of Play a Manager. Really good card in this deck. We have 1 Dreadnought Donkey, who was our penultimate main deck boss monster sort of dude. We have Blockbacker, which is really good for going first. We have Rebounder, which can bring back a UA from the graveyard, except for himself. So there's a potential for Xyz plays in this thing, although there's very few level 6 UAs other than himself. So it's debatable there. 3 copies of D-Shifter, because unless you're ditching your cards to the graveyard, then this is a really good card in order to just, like, you know, stun lock the opponent if they don't need if they need the grave. We don't need the grave, barring our 1 trap. So this card barely affects us, but it can really mess people up. 1 copy of Mighty Slugger, just have like an M80 sort of thing. Couple copies of Perfect Ace, because these are negation. 3 copies of Libero Spiker and Midfielder, because these are just necessary for your combos. You need your low-level boys to bring out the high-level boys. We have 1 Swordmaster, because it's a tuner I can special summon. If my monsters don't beat over things, it comes out, gives everybody else piercing damage. 1 Revolution Synchron, because it's a 1-card stop to a level 8 Synchro summon. And then we have Junk Mail, which is a nice level 1 tuner, which, you know, I run this thing because I can make Trishul on rare occasions. So that was all in there as well. We have ourselves Reinforcement of Arm for obvious reasons. 2 copies Foolish Burial Goods to send our trap to the grave to get our field spells. 2 Signing Deal, which, yeah, I can't use this to Synchro or Exceed, but sometimes you just need a body on the board. 1 Terraforming, because the field spells are really important. 1 copy of Called by Grave to stop Ash. 2 Powered Jerseys to allow our UAs to beat over pretty much whatever, do just a whole metric amount of damage. We have ourselves our 1 unit we stand as well, just have a 3rd field spell for Power Tool Dragon to let us search anything. We have our UI Stadium at number 3. We have our regular stadium at 2. We have 2 copies of Diabetic Punishment, because most of the time you don't need the extra deck, it's a side thing, so sometimes you'll want to use punishment, sometimes you won't. Good to have either one. And 2 copies of Penalty Box, which has its own on-board effect to banish things for a couple of turns, but more often you're sending to the grave to get the field spells, so that's what we have there. For the extra deck, we have Masquerena, we have Little Knight, and our Unicorn for, you know, fairly basic link plays and things. I played 1 Soldier of Chaos because we have a lot of high-level monsters in the deck, so on occasion you might need that. You have 1 Buguska in the off chance something horrible goes wrong, and you have like absolutely nothing, but you can make out Midfielder and Libero Spiker, and hey, you can use UA Signing Deal in this because, you know, special summon Midfielder, bounce with Spiker, normal summon Midfielder, have 2 level 4s on the board. There you go. We have Typhon in case you need it. Same with AA Zeus. You rarely play these, but it's good to have them if you need them. 1 Naturia Boost, which you can on occasion summon in this deck, not often. but it's another one of those cards that you'd rather have it than not. We have our one Power Tool Dragon for searching out our equip spells. We have our Draco Berserker of Tenny for Beat Stick, one Crystal Wing for negating Beat Stick, one Trishula for the memes, one Virtual QB Shen Shen, because I can make this indestructible in battle thanks to Jump Mail, and this happens to be a level 8 monster, so there you go. And as for our Dogmatic Punishment targets, we have things like Intis and Garura. Now, as the side deck, I totally forgot about this like halfway through, but there's also the Earth channel. That's why we're playing like Earth tuners for the most part, is because you can discard Asa and another Earth monster and get yourself an Earth monster with 1850 or less attack points. We discard a monster of the same type. Since all of the UAs are warriors, if you need to, discarding Asa with any of the high levels will get you Spiker or Midfielder as you need them. So that's an option there. There's also other UAs that we're not playing, like Playmaker can make a monster a little bit bigger. Goalkeeper can protect a UA from being destroyed by battle or card effect during a turn. We have things like other tuners like Full Helm Knight, TG Striker, other synchros if you happen to be getting adventurous with what you want to be summoning in this deck. So a lot of different options. It just depends on what sort of extra deck you'd like to play in this deck. There's things like Turnover Tactics, which can shuffle your monsters into the decks, and it's really good for clearing off your opponent if they have like a whole bunch of extra deck stuff. But it can be very risky, especially considering Ash Blossom is a thing. We also have things like Monarch Stormforth, if you just want to tribute your opponent's stuff to summon out things like Reflect Bounder or Mighty Slugger or Perfect Ace, that sort of thing. If you want more United We Stand, go right ahead. I won't stop you. Then there's other traps like UA MVP, more Punishment, Draco Utopian Aura if you want to negate stuff, things of that nature. So that was today's deck, everybody. I hope you very much enjoyed it. Again, don't forget to smack like, subscribe, and all the good stuff to keep the channel running. And tomorrow is going to be a very much more casual build of things. I'm still working on the deck just a smidge. We're playing a yokai themed deck without Mayakashis, mind you. No Mayakashis allowed. But we're playing a bunch of the creepy, crawly sort of zombie monsters, things like Shootin' Doji, Crow, Tengu, things of that nature. We have like one thing that's not technically a yokai, but darn, look at the thing. But we're going to be playing a very interesting sort of casual zombie deck. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys again very much tomorrow. Until then, y'all stay safe and happy, and you have a good day. Take care, everybody.